What's up guys, Dr. Jared here, and these are the best strengthening exercises to decrease pain in your knee. One of the best ways to treat knee pain is to actually improve strength of the muscles that support and act on the knee. You only have 3 of them that cross your knee joint. You have your quads here in the front that serve to extend your knee, the hamstrings in the back that flex your knee, and then you've got one of your calf muscles that also cross the knee joint in the back. Increasing strength in these 3 areas can dramatically reduce pain in your knee, and that's exactly the benefit that I hope you get from the exercises in this video. That being said, first exercise coming your way right now. We're going to start with some basic exercises that are ideal for those of you who are experiencing a lot of knee pain or whose knees are very weak. We'll start here on the basic level, and then I want to show you a little more intermediate and a little more advanced exercises as this video progresses. So here we go, let's get started. My favorite exercise for the quads is going to be a quad set. Really simple, you're going to sit semi-reclined with your legs out in front of you, and then what we're going to do is just try to fire this muscle right here on the top of your leg. I tell people try to push the back of your knee down into the floor that you're sitting on, and that's a great way that you can feel that contraction right there in that quad muscle. I would encourage you to hold that for 5 and up to 10 seconds, and then we're going to repeat that about 10 times. And again, that's just a great way to get those quads activated, to create a mind-muscle connection right there with those muscles. Now let's get into something with a little more motion. I've got a foam roller I'm going to slip under my knees. You can use a rolled up towel, works just the same. This is going to be a short arc quad, again for the quad muscle right here on the top. Again, sitting, I've got my knees propped up just a little bit. I'm going to fire the muscles on my quads. That's going to lift my heels up as high as I can take them. Hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds and then slowly return right back down to that starting position. So it's just a little bit of motion. Most people are very tolerant to this, but that's a great way that you can really feel those quad muscles going right there on the top of your legs. What I would recommend is do about 3 sets of 10. So you're going to do 10 repetitions, repeat that 3 times. Moving on to the hamstrings. What we're going to do is lay down on our back with our knees bent. This is going to be a laying hamstring curl. What I want you to do is actually raise your toes up off of the floor, push your heels down into the floor. And as you push those heels down, you should feel those hamstring muscles, those muscles right here on the back of your leg, activate as you do that. I'm going to push my heels into the ground, and then I'm going to lift my butt, lift my backside up off of the ground, hold for about 3 seconds, and then come right back down. So heels dig in, butt activates and lifts the hips up off of the table or off of the floor, and then right back down. A set of 10 is a good number to shoot for, and if you can, let's go for 3 sets of 10 on that exercise. And then finally, the last beginner exercise that I like to start people with is going to be right back here for your calves. This one's a little bit easier if you're off kind of the edge of your bed, or you can support your leg with a pillow right here like this. And all we're going to do are ankle pumps. So right here on the edge of my bed, I'm going to pull my toes up as high as I can towards myself, and then I'm going to push my toes down away from me as far as I can. And as you push down like that, you should feel those gastrocs, so feel the calf muscles activate as you push down in that direction. And because this one's non-weight bearing, people are a little more tolerant towards this. I'd say do about a set of 20. If that feels good, do another set. 3 sets of 20 on these ankle pumps is a good beginning number to shoot for. Moving on to the intermediate exercises, let's make things a little harder and let's make them a little more functional. My favorite quad exercise that would fit into this category would be a squat or an air squat. You're going to stand with your feet about hip width apart. The first move is I want your butt to go backwards, so hinge at your hips and then lower yourself as low as you can comfortably, as low as your strength allows and as low as knee pain will allow you to go, and then return back to the upright position. So again, right here, I'm going to break at my hips first, so hinge at the hips, my butt goes backwards. I'm going to go as low as I can, as low as pain and strength allow, and then return right back up to the starting position. Your focus is right here on the quad muscles, so right here on your thighs. That's where I want you to squeeze as you return back to that upright position. Do a set of 10 if that feels good, 2 sets of 10, and 3 sets of 10 is what I typically recommend. Now let's get into the hamstrings. So for the hamstrings, what I want is we're gonna use an exercise ball. And what you do is you're gonna put your heels right on the ball as you lay down on the ground. Now in this position, you can lift your butt up off of the ground, and then what I'm going to do is pull my heels in towards my backside and then straighten right back out. And what we've done here is we've taken the isometric contractions. So the first thing that we did were those hamstring bridges where there was no motion occurring, and we've turned that into a contraction where we're actually moving the legs, where we're actually bending the knees. And so this is a great exercise to do that. And you'll definitely feel that in these hamstring muscles right here on the back of your leg. 3 sets of 10 is the number that I want you to shoot for there. And then finally, for the calf muscle, what we can do, the first exercise was non-weight bearing, fairly simple. We progressed that into weight bearing through a partial range of motion with some heel raises. So you're gonna stand, again, feet are about shoulder, hip width apart. You're going to lift up onto the ball of your feet so the heels come up, and then slowly return right back down to that starting position. Once again, your calves are typically pretty strong muscles. And usually what I start with here is about 3 sets of 15, work into even about 3 sets of 20 repetitions on this one. As your strength in these muscles increases, you should start to notice that your pain decreases. This last set of exercises is for those of you who are experiencing minimal pain but need to take the strength up to that next level to continue your progression. And so for the quads, I love reverse lunges for this. And so we're going to stand. What I'm going to do is drop one leg way back behind myself and then slowly lower right here with the left just until my right knee touches, and then return back up to that upright position. And so once again, let's do it on this other side. I'm going to kick my left leg back behind me, lower myself down until that knee just touches, and then come back up to upright. I like the reverse lunge because it's usually a little better on the knees. It's not like a forward lunge where you have to accept that load and try to control it on the way down. And so people usually tolerate it a little bit better. But then also, it's really great biomechanically. So mechanically in a lunge, I don't want your knee to get out over your toe in this direction. Just puts a lot of torque and a lot of force in through that knee joint. So if we can keep your knee centered over your ankle as we're doing that lunge exercise, most people tolerate that better. Harder than a squat because we're doing one leg at a time. Just a great way to take that strengthening up. What I recommend is 3 sets of 10 on each leg. And then let's see, so for the hamstrings, let's get that ball again. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one to the next level in a similar way. I'm going to progress this with a single leg hamstring curl. And so laying on my back, I've got this leg up in the air. I'm going to use the one leg to raise my hips up off of the floor, and then I'm going to pull with that hamstring right in and then right back down. Again, this one's a lot more intense. We're using just one leg to control the whole weight of my body and to control those curls. But again, it's a great exercise if you can tolerate it. So that's what those single leg hamstring curls look like. I would recommend 3 sets of 10 reps on each leg for that one as well. Finally, let's get into our last calf exercise. And so what I want you to do is find a stair or a curb close by. For the intermediate exercises, we did weight bearing through partial range of motion. For the advanced exercise, we're going to do weight bearing against gravity through full range of motion. What I'm going to do is put the balls of my feet right up here on the edge of the stair. And so you'll see right there, that's a good stretch for my calf muscles because my heels are down below my toes. Now what I want to do is just activate those calves to raise my heels up so that now my heels are up above my toes. Hold that for about a 2 or 3 second count and then slowly return right back down to that starting position. And so that's what your heel raises look like that take place on the edge of a stair. And again, 3 sets of 15, 3 sets of 20 is a great number to shoot for with the heel raises. If you need more help with your knee pain, I've got you covered here on Tone and Tighten. Check out this video right here, is really going to help you out. YouTube thinks you might like this one, so check that out, see if YouTube's right. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the circle right here to subscribe to Tone and Tighten. I'd love to see you back for future videos. Till next time, we'll see you soon.